C# tutorial part 27. Encapsulation. Encapsulation is defined as a process of enclosing one or more items within a physical or logical package. Encapsulation is an object-oriented methodology prevents access to implementation details. Encapsulation encapsulates the data through instance variable, hiding the data into single unit. By default, every class is public private access specifier. Abstraction and encapsulation are the related features in object-oriented programming. Abstraction allows making relevant information visible, and encapsulation enables a programmer to implement the desired level of abstraction. Encapsulate the data through instance variable, binding the data into a single unit. The data encapsulation is a process of hiding the data into a single unit. By default, class area is private. Private data we can use public member functions only in the same class. So private data we cannot access the outside classes. Class method into M1 and M2 and M3 TMS and this EMS is equal to M1 plus M2 plus M3. Console write line TMS to string console read line. Student object new student object marks access specifier modifier. It specifies the scope of the variable, that is one variable features we can access two different classes. It is classified into 5 types: public with class, child class and main class; private with the class; protected within the class, base class and child class; internally within the library; protected internally within the class, library, DLL and child class. Public access specifier allows a class to expose its member variable and member functions to other functions and objects. Any public member can be accessed from outside the classes. These variable features we can access within the class, child class and main function. Private Private access specifier allows a class to hide its member variable and member functions from other functions and objects. Only functions of the same class can access its previous members. Even an instance of a class cannot access its private members. These variable features we can access within the class. Protected These variable features we can access within the class and the child class. Protected access specifier allows a child class to access the member variable and member function of its base class. This way it helps in implementing inheritance. We will discuss this in a more detail in the inheritance video. Internal These variable features we can access within the class libraries. Internal access specifiers allows a class to expose its member variable and member functions to another functions and objects into the current assembly. In other words, any member with the internal access specifier can be accessed from one class or method defined within the application in which the member is defined. Protected The protected internal access specifier allows a class to hide its member and variable and member functions from other class objects and functions except a child class within the same application. This is also used while implementing inheritance. These variable features we can access within the class library under child class. Here is an example how we create a protected internal access specifier. We use keyword protected here to write the data, and we will declare the outcome of the variable. And here is another example to discuss about how we use encapsulations. We declared int 23 and when the department is to the class, and m1 marks and m2 and total marks has been declared, and we will write for the string. Here we declare an department object is equal object obj, where we call for object emarks and enames. For more visitors on our website www.sirikt.blogspot.com and click here below to subscribe our channel. And for more C# tutorials, click below. And for more AngularJS tutorials, click below. Thanks for watching our video. Have a nice day.